Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. And let's jump right into the idea here of what we really should be asking for in prayer. Yeah, here's what we ask for: forgiveness. There we go. Okay. End of discussion. No, there's plenty more to say about this, and there's an explanation of this as well. Now, I'm specifically in chapter 3, section 5 of the text, paragraph 6, to follow along exactly. And we're just going to cover the material in paragraph 6 right here. There's more than enough for a long, long discussion. And it talks about prayer, which is really important. Now, the title of this section of the course is Beyond Perception. So we'll further examine that idea right here. Prayer is the means of asking for something. And think of the way we see people praying in this world. It's, well, in light of A Course in Miracles, it seems a little odd, doesn't it? A little contradictory in light of this material. People ask for all kinds of things that are illusions. They're objects in this world. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? Yes, that's Janis Joplin. Great song, by the way. And in that very same song, she also supplicates for a night on the town and invokes God once again to prove his love for her and everyone at the bar by buying the next round for everyone, tequila for everybody, top shelf. And that's just an example of how people often pray, isn't it? It's a means of asking for something. People use it to ask for stuff, or they ask for a certain outcome, such as, help me get this job. Right? Maybe you're going for a job interview and you would really like to get this job. You might invoke God to give you a little boost, to put a bug in the manager's ear saying, oh yeah, this person's the perfect candidate, ideal, you're hired. Or sometimes people pray for bad, nasty things to happen to their supposed enemies. It's true. It's a means of asking for something. So, as we know from studying this material, a job is an illusion. I mean, we have to have money. So, yes, if you're applying for a job and you really want to get it, then get it, do everything you can, right? But it's an illusion, and the Mercedes-Benz is an illusion. A night on the town is an illusion. The next round of top shelf tequila is also an illusion. So is Janis Joplin, in fact, says this. And that it is. So, what's the meaningful prayer? Well, Jesus tells us right here in this very paragraph, the only meaningful prayer is a prayer for forgiveness. Okay. The only meaningful prayer is a prayer for forgiveness. So, what precisely does that even mean? Does that mean that we go up to our neighbor and say, hey, I'm sorry, my dog peed on your tree this morning or something? Or I'm sorry that I stole that pack of gum from a grocery store when I was 10 years old and my friend double dared me. I mean, is that what it means? And following along here in A Course in Miracles, of course, Jesus is going to give us an explanation of what it means. It's one of the things I love about this material, non-duality in general. It doesn't hide the ball. This is an illusion. There is no world. You are not a body. You are free. Ideas leave not their source. And on and on and on and on and on. Yes, rinse, repeat. I forgive the Son of God. Of course, he's going to give us an explanation. No hiding the ball here. So what is the prayer for forgiveness? Well, it's a request that you be able to recognize what you already have. Oh, the request to be able to recognize what you already have and, let's add, have never lost. A very, very powerful prayer is a prayer to ask for guidance, ask for help in allowing things to be just as they are. Please allow me to let things be just as they are. Help me to let things be just as they are without our supposedly ingenious manipulation, without our getting in the way of truth. Very, very, very powerful. So when we're taking a look at what it would be most helpful to ask for, that's help me to allow things to be just as they are. Help me to allow truth to be just as it is. Truth has never changed. It's unchanging and unchangeable. It simply is. What has happened, apparently, to us with perception, with the supposed separation, is we've lost the knowledge of that. And we can only come close to that knowledge by perceiving miraculously. That's the point. Miracles. So with perception, we've lost the knowledge of who we are. We've lost our knowledge that we are a miracle of God, the thought of God. Ideas leave not their source. Idea. Never left your source. Powerful, powerful when seen in this light, isn't it? We're the extension of God, of love, if you prefer. Perfect love, not what passes for love here in the world of romantic relationships and exclusive unions. Not special relationships, but love, abstract, that simply is. Love extends itself. God extends himself. God doesn't extend human bodies that look somewhat similar, but vary in height and weight and age and ethnic group, nationality, all that stuff, all of those divisions. That's not how God creates. It's not how he extends. He extends himself. Part of what we're doing here with clarifying our perception is we are learning to see our brother as the extension of God, as one with God, as God. Now, the body is not God. God doesn't do form. Reality, truth is beyond all form. It's beyond all concepts, all of them, including language. Now, language is highly symbolic. A word is not the thing that it stands for, nor is the thing that it stands for real. So it's said here in the course that language, words are twice removed from reality, and they are. However, we're using them to communicate. So give them over to your inner teacher. Give your speech over to your inner teacher. Let him direct what's coming out of your mouth. Apparently. Very, very powerful stuff. So we see here, when we truly, deeply, honestly allow ourselves to contemplate and to put this material into practice, that's always more important than just reading it, by the way, putting it into practice, practical application, that's where it's at. So as we do that, we come to see the real profound nature of giving our entire experience over to our inner teacher for his direction and guidance. This is a way that we remove ourselves from the equation, our little self. We get out of our own way. It's a way that we set aside the ego. And of course, there's the practice of true forgiveness, in which we replace the ego's vision of separation with the Holy Spirit's sight, with the Holy Spirit's vision of oneness. Heaven, by the way, is defined as an awareness of perfect oneness. Perfect oneness with no divisions of any kind. We've never left our home, so to speak, our source, yet we're in the process, it seems, of removing all of these barriers to our awareness of perfect oneness, to our awareness of truth. That's spiritual practice. That's setting the ego aside. So, as always, I invite you to do that. And if you have comments or questions along the way, please ask. Please ask. These videos are designed for both beginning students and experienced students alike, and they're also designed for those of you who may be examining A Course in Miracles. You might be checking this out, wondering what this thing is all about. So these are for you as well. Any questions and comments are most welcome. And this is the subscription button right here, the red arrow. I'd love to have you join me. So definitely, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And check out the link to my Patreon page, where I'll be starting the live stream in February. A weekly live stream is my intention here, to have some more focused time. These videos, of course, are going to continue because we need repetition as adult learners. That means we're all stubborn in our peculiar little ways. Isn't that the case, right? Now, repetition is good because spiritual practice, setting the ego aside, is not something that you just do once. You don't just forgive someone once and then go forth and revert back to your habitual tendencies. That's not how you do it. It's something that's done over and over and over again. And how do you do it each and every time? Well, let your inner teacher show you that. That's why we're invited to connect with our inner teacher, to get in touch with our inner teacher and let our inner teacher run the show. Because when we do, we're getting out of our own way. And that's what we're all about here, getting out of our own way. Very important. And once you begin to do it, very, very cool. All right, everyone. Thank you, as always, for joining me. Again, comments and questions are absolutely, totally welcome. So feel free to leave them if you've got them, and I will talk to you soon.